Good morning. I'm Laura Barrett, and this is Janet Tonkin, Nancy Stedman, and Pam Beebe, and we're all with Community Quilts. So it's good to be on the Zoom today and seeing everybody and being able to make our announcement. So we have a fun idea scheduled for next month. So Thursday, October 1st, is our last Quiltathon of 2020. And as we cannot meet in person, we decided to plan a virtual Quiltathon. So you're probably wondering, what is a virtual Quiltathon? So here's what it's going to look like. Any member who wants to participate will do traditional Quiltathon activities in their home. They'll get a photo of themselves doing this activity, then they'll send the photo to Linda Hooper, and she'll organize it in a slideshow, set it to music, and then we'll play it on October 1st Zoom meeting as our virtual Quiltathon. I will be sending out an email that explains all the details, the contacts, everything you need after this Zoom meeting today. So don't worry, don't try to remember everything, just sit back, listen, and enjoy it. One thing we ask you is to read the entire email all the way to the end before you call us or email us with questions.
Here are some details that will explain the virtual Quiltathon. What are the traditional Quiltathon activities, and will Community Quilts have fabric, supplies, etc. available? Traditional Quiltathon activities include sewing tops from kits or your own stash, using the envelope method before quilting the quilt, or quilting in the traditional manner and adding binding or turning the back to the front to make the binding, sewing labels on finished quilts, and delivering finished quilts to Community Quilts. Community Quilts will have available kits to make tops, layered quilts that need quilting, and finished quilts that need labels. How do I get a photo of myself, and what is the deadline to turn in the photo? First of all, the photo needs to be of you doing a quilting activity. It is not a photo of you holding a finished quilt. Those photos go to show and tell. You can take a selfie or ask a family member or friend to take your photo. Please take the photo using larger frame. The deadline to submit your photo to Linda Hooper is Thursday, September 24th, in order to be a part of the virtual Quiltathon slideshow. Send your photo via email to Linda Hooper and put Quiltathon in the subject line. In order to make use of what Community Quilts will have available, please contact one of the following people and arrange a time for you to pick up. Pam Beebe, Santa Rosa, Kits and Layered Quilts, NICU and Larger. Nancy Stedman, Sebastopol, Kits and Layered Quilts, NICU only. Laura Barrett, Santa Rosa, Layered Quilts, NICU and Larger, and Finished Quilts to label. And Janet Tonkin, Oakmont, Layered Quilts, NICU and Larger, and Finished Quilts to label.
Wow, that was a lot of information. So again, we're going to follow up the announcement with an email with all the details, contacts, everything we said, and even a little bit more. So again, please read the entire email from start to finish before you call us or email us with questions. Now, how will you deliver your finished quilts? We have 6 locations where you can drop off finished quilts, and they are at Pam Beebe's house in Santa Rosa, at my house, Laura Barrett, Santa Rosa, Nancy Stedman in Sebastopol, Janet Tonkin in Oakmont, Margot Pitter in Healdsburg, and Heidi Mitterai in Sonoma. And last but certainly not least, if we were able to meet in person, the hospitality group would be serving us ice cream to thank us for our dedication in making quilts for our community. So please have some ice cream when you do your own virtual quiltathon at home. And as you savor that ice cream, think about all your fellow quilters and all the recipients of the quilts. Thanks.
I want to add a little bit. We've had a few questions about quilts coming in this past year. I want to thank you all for responding with many quilts. When I discovered I was down to about 40 NICUs, but now we have quite a lot. We also have reached some Valley of the Moon. Since we last met, I delivered 100 Valley of the Moon quilts back in April, along with a number of masks that they requested. Pam has delivered them to the NICU at Sutter. I've taken them to Memorial. Public Health has still wanted some. They aren't using as many, but they are still taking some NICU size. And the Emancipated Youth have also received a number of quilts from us. Right now, our biggest need is to fill up the Valley of the Moon quilts for next year. Those are lap size in the range of 40 to 60. They can be a little smaller because some of the kids are little. But these can also be more adult type ones. And I'll be contacting some of the other places in town to see if they have a need this year. And if you need batting or backing for your community quilt, you can contact Laura or me, Janet. Or Pam. We have flannel and batting and some large backings. So thank you all very much for supporting us.
The end.